Tick, tick, tick. Time is slipping through my fingers as it races towards midnight, and yet I still haven't done my assignment. I'm Skylar Dwiggins, and throughout my speech, I will talk about the psychology of procrastination. I will begin by explaining what procrastination is. From here, I'll lead the discussion into psychological theories of why we may procrastinate and the strategies we can take to overcome it. What is procrastination and what are its effects? Experts define procrastination as a voluntary delay of an intended action marked by short-term benefits and long-term costs. When an individual postpones or delays tasks and responsibilities, they are often doing something much more enjoyable or less challenging. Although they are satisfied in the present, much levels of guilt begin to rise. According to McLean Hospital, for Why You Put Things Off Until the Last Minute, affiliated with Harvard Medical School and specialized in mental health, states 20 to 25 adults worldwide are chronic procrastinators. People who procrastinate tend to have higher levels of anxiety as well as poor impulse control. Not only does it affect mental health, it also produces lower qualities of work. Now that we understand what procrastination is, let's go over the reasons why someone may procrastinate. There are many psychological reasons to why one may procrastinate instead of completing their task. Some reasons why people procrastinate are temporal discounting, a cognitive behavioral perspective, and cultural and environmental factors. Temporal discounting is when an individual is feeling bored or unpleasant. They refer to immediate rewards rather than long-term gains. This is the putting off of work and to satisfy how they are feeling in the present. Especially when tasks are less rewarding, they are most likely to procrastinate. Another reason individual procrastinators come from within our own two ears. Cognitive behavioral perspectives are like invisible shackles tightening around our minds before we can take that first step. Some people get into the mindset of all or nothing, believing the task must be completed perfectly, which causes fear to start. Others lack confidence or catastrophize, expecting the worst possible outcome, which causes fear as well. There are also many instances where people are just too lazy or do not care about the repercussions. These individuals are unfazed by what the result of procrastination may be. The biggest factor that contributes to procrastination is the cultural and environmental factors. Cultural factors are the attitudes that go into getting your work and responsibilities done. If the intent is more focused, like planning ahead, one is less likely to procrastinate. On the other hand, those who focus on past have poor time management and are much lazier and have much more of a chance to procrastinate. Environmental factors are also what feed into these bad procrastinational habits. Having friends and families can definitely distract you from completing any task or responsibilities. The most consuming factor in the modern world is our advanced technology. It is so easy for someone to pick up their phones, open their laptops, or turn on the TV and zone out, forgetting about any responsibilities at hand. According to Joshua D. Upshaw, Carl Lee Stevens Jr., Daria L. Zablina, and other researchers for the hidden cost of a smartphone, all with a PhD and affiliated with the University of Arkansas and Plymouth University. They state increased smartphone use has been associated with the reduced performance on task assessing, cognitive control, and attention. Receiving a notification resulted in a decreased sustained attention abilities, similar to when people were actively using their devices. This shows that when we are engrossed in a task and a notification suddenly appears, our brain's attention is momentarily diverted. Even if we resist the urge to check the notifications, it still takes time for our brain to refocus on the task at hand. The slightest buzz, sound, or even the light of our phone pulls our attention away from our work like a black hole sucking our brains into the endless addictive scroll. Now that we know why someone may procrastinate, let's focus on the strategies to break these bad habits. Strategies that could help deter procrastination are setting goals, cognitive behavioral therapy, time management techniques, and behavioral activation. Setting goals and breaking up tasks into smaller steps should be the first thing to do in attempting to combat the bad habits of procrastination. Breaking tasks up into smaller steps is like carving a sculpture. Each chisel marks a small victory, and before you know it, the masterpiece is complete. The next best step is to build yourself a better schedule that allows time to do homework and a time to debrief and relax. Getting yourself more time or even setting a timer can help you complete these tasks. A structured time schedule will also help reduce the feeling of being overwhelmed and instead help you focus on one task at a time, especially with these new smaller steps. With a fixed schedule and smaller steps, this will help create a better headspace. Instead of feeling pressured and required to get all these tasks done perfectly, you can now focus on each smaller step individually and strive for greatness instead of perfection. It will also get rid of the feeling of needing to get done with the entire assignment at once because you are now following your new time schedule. Also, the mindset has to change from I have to I want to. According to Ellen Hendrickson, PhD in clinical psychology and a licensed clinical psychologist, for how to finally stop procrastination states the moment we change the tedious looming task from a threat to endure to a challenge we can overcome, we can shift our feelings from dread to drive. With this new mindset, we are able to give our best efforts because we are looking forward to the outcome of our tasks and responsibilities. This mindset will also improve a higher quality of work. Lastly, and possibly the best strategy to take, is to get rid of all distractions, whether this is friends, family, or electronics. When it is time to get your assignments done, the only thing that should be in front of you is your task. The human brain is not wired to focus on many different things at once. Power off your phone and eliminate any possible distractions. Now that we have covered strategies to combat procrastination, let's take a moment to review what I have discussed. Procrastination is the action of pushing aside any responsibilities or tasks to seek immediate relief from one's disinterest. There are many reasons why people procrastinate, but there are also just as many negative effects it can produce. With these new strategies I've gone over, you can apply them to your life to help reduce any wasted time and enhance your work. Procrastination holds a burden on us all and is a common challenge that can negatively impact productivity and well-being if not addressed. By understanding the psychological roots and acknowledging the reasons behind procrastination, it allows for one to make intentional efforts to manage time and tasks with effective strategies to improve productivity and well-being. Thank you.